So today we are in Shenzhen, China at the Huawei smartphone store. So Huawei just launched a new smartphone, the Pura 70, despite US sanctions. And I'm here to take a look at it. So let's go together. Hello. Let's see. So despite US sanctions on Huawei in recent years, they have done it again with the Pura 70 series, which has over 4 models. That is the Pura 70, the 70 Plus, the 70 Pro, and the 70 Ultra, at a starting price of 5,499 yuan, which is equivalent to $760. Now, the Pro and Ultra versions of the Pura 70 were available last Thursday, while the Plus and other versions will begin sales on April 22nd. With its top camera capture speed, the well-designed flagship smartphone has advanced cameras, upgraded AI features, and 5G options using satellite calling. Last year, Huawei launched a 7nm chip high-end smartphone, which sends shockwaves across the world, especially to the US due to sanctions that had been placed on the tech giant. But it seems like that was only the beginning. The Pura series has been sending shockwaves more than ever before over the past few days after it sold out in just a minute at Huawei's official online store as soon as sales were launched, with many fans lined up at Huawei stores in Shenzhen and other major cities in China. Speaking to one of the employees at this Shenzhen Huaqiang-based store, I was informed that if I wanted to buy one of the phones, there's no way because it's out of stock already, which further shows Huawei's current power and market position to overtake Apple in the Chinese market, especially cementing the market dominance as it has been done in the first 6 weeks of 2024, where Huawei's unit sales rose by 64%, while Apple's iPhone sales in China fell by 24% during the same period. Last year alone, Huawei sold about 32 million smartphones, which was a huge rise from the previous year. Again, many tech analysts confirm that the chip used in the Pura 70 is only a few generations behind chips used by Western tech giants like Apple and Google. And according to these reviewers, the smartphone carries the Kirin 9010 chip, which appears to be a slight upgrade from the Kirin 9000S, reportedly manufactured by China's SMIC. And the 9000S was previously used in the Mate 60 Pro, with an upgrade right now to the Kirin 9010, which is used in the Pura 70. With a few lucky persons who had the chance to get a hands on the phone, they confirmed that the phone doesn't get as hot as the Mate 60 series, which is definitely an upgrade. Now, about the operating system running on the phone, the Pura uses an upgraded version of the Harmony OS operating system, which has been used since they were cut off from Google's Android in 2019. That was after sanctions from the US on security concerns. And it should be recalled that the US had imposed restrictions on Huawei since 2018, which greatly affected their smartphone upgrades alongside their 5G technology. And I believe that is one of the reasons why Huawei was pushed to think out of the box. Earlier this year, the US government even confirmed that SMIC might have violated chip sanctions, but they were still looking closely into the situation. As we all know, Washington banned the licensing of 5G chips to China, but Huawei's Mate 60 phones were already able to achieve 5G speed in many cases, despite Huawei not branding it as 5G. But most Huawei fans already confirmed that the speed of the current Huawei phone is at the level of 5G. Anyone familiar with the Chinese high-end smartphone market over the years certainly knows that Apple has always had a giant share of the market, but that seems to be changing with more users warming up to Huawei and getting familiar with their upgrades, with Huawei making it easier for them, just like Huawei's current plan to launch a Mate 70 smartphone sometime this year. So Huawei just doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. Now, millennials, the big takeaway in this case is not just about the amazing tech in the Pura 70 or release upgrades, but it is the fact that Huawei has been able to attain this milestone despite multiple sanctions from the United States. So does this mean Huawei is unstoppable? What does it mean for the Apple market in China and even globally in the near future? Well, if you'd like to get updates and follow up on what Huawei or the US will do next, Like this video, subscribe to this channel and stay tuned for more. Don't forget, this is William. See you next time.